animal prints have never really left the fashion runways, and of course, they're still going strong in our decor. Now, Brian, you were a big fan, which shocks me. I mean, you love the animal print. You use it in your spaces in the most elegant and beautiful way. You're going to show us how to do the same. But first, I've got to say, Brian plus animal print is an equation I never quite imagined.
I know, it is a shocking one, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
But, you know, I love it in small, well, not always small quantities. I like it, but select areas, but I do love animal print.
Yeah. Okay, so you like to play around with it for a lot of reasons. What is your favorite? Do you have a favorite?
This actually is my favorite coloring pattern, actual one. It's tiger, and it's printed on, it's actually woven in velvet. Yeah, so it has this luxurious, you know, velvet is so luxurious. So it has this beautiful quality to it. You can see when you move it, the way the light, and the color is so beautiful, sort of the dark chocolate and the golds and things like that. So I love this.
When you look at something like that, where would you use it?
Well, I have used this for sure for pillows.
Yes.
Pillows and spaces. I've used it on the beautiful gilded benches in a foyer that was sort of an eclectic townhouse. It was a little more contemporary in architecture and a few antique pieces, and we put this on it. And then those of you that have seen the Princess Margaret Show House a few years ago, I used this carpet in the den.
Was it wall-to-wall carpet?
It was wall-to-wall. Go big or not. And this was, you know, when we first did it, we were like, oof, I don't know if people are going to, how the reaction's going to be to this one. And everyone loved it. And we did it with like a black games table and black and cane chairs and neutral fabric wallpaper. It was really dramatic. It was quite beautiful.
You know what? I think that's very sexy, and I think it's good that, you know, regardless of your brand is or what kind of a designer you are, you can incorporate whatever you want into your spaces and do it as elegantly and sort of up level as you want, and that's what you do when you use animal print. So you've got all these different iterations of animal print. Why don't you show us some of them and what are the trendiest pieces right now?
Okay, well, let's go with, so this one is the classic color.
Yes.
And then here it is in soft sort of blues and golds.
That's pretty.
So it's nice how it's recolored. This is also in what's called a gross point in a velvet, where the background is like a needle point and then the pattern is in a velvet. So very interesting construction.
Lovely.
Then we have printed on cotton. So this is a little summery, a little fun. It comes in pastels. I mean, it's very stylized. It's not meant to represent exactly. We see a lot of black and gray in interiors now. So people that want it very monochromatic, you can do a pillow or an ottoman, something like this and that. Now, even look at this one. This is a wall covering where it's embroidered.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's all in beading of a leopard. But again, it's a play on it. It's not an exact leopard. Here's the leopard in the cotton again, in the soft ones.
That's cute.
Isn't that cute?
Yeah.
And then we have cowhide. And the beauty of these cowhides is, again, they're printed on an ultra suede. So it almost feels soft. And so as a pillow, it's great because it's so soft to lie against, you know, to have that. But I do like this also. And this is great. This would be great in a, you know, in a very casual space, Western, a cottage, something like that. So
oh
this
my
is a little more,
absolutely.
This is the casual one, and then this is the more formal.
Yes, it is. Okay, so now how do we decide if we should add a bold color or do something a little bit more neutral? What do you think?
Well, I think if you use something like this, it's really the classic. So if you want to take a traditional space and add a little twist so it's not so serious, that's where this is great. Or a modern space that you want to bring in a little bit of this also. And then if you are, you know, a little bolder and you want to go a little wilder, you can go into sort of saturated colors. Again, this is velvet, so it has, again, when you look at it, has that luxurious thing. But this is going to be very, very bold.
Very bold.
And then if you're doing, again, summery, relaxed, go into the pastels. It's so pretty. So it really depends on the interior.
Now, okay, I want to talk about these, but I also want to talk about which spaces these work best in. Is it more traditional? Is it transitional? Is it more contemporary? Or is it all of the above?
I think it's all of the above.
All of the above.
I think you can use it in any space.
Okay.
It tends to go a little more the velvet ones in the traditional spaces or eclectic spaces. The pastels, fun, modern, you know, that way. But this is typically, a little, I would say not overly traditional, but like a
Right.
transitional space, you can do that in.
Okay, now let's talk about this, because you look at this and you think, well, it's just beautiful and textured. It actually is animal print. What is this?
Well, people don't realize, but this sort of bubbly print, this pebbly print is called shagreen.
Okay.
And shagreen is stingray, the fish stingray.
Okay.
And they've been,
very cool.
I mean, we've seen the Japanese hundreds and hundreds of years ago. They use it for handles for swords, but the samurais use it as armor, because it's almost like, if you felt the real thing, it's very hard. You can't stick a knife through. And what they've done now is they've done incredible resin copies of that, where it has the texture, it has the sheen, it comes in neutrals, and it comes in beautiful colors too, pastels and things. We're seeing it a lot in bathroom accessories because the resin and the plastics are great for wet interiors.
Yes.
Even the real one, they're stingrays, they're from the ocean, so it makes sense to use it in wet areas. We've used the resin on vanities, inset in drawer vanities in a master bathroom, and you're seeing furniture, entire dressers covered in. So you might see some antiques from the 20s and 30s in the real skin. We're doing it now in embossed resins.
Absolutely. We're doing everything faux these days because you can do it really well.
Oh, it's so, and the quality is so fabulous. Faux furs, printed on velvets, ultra suede. The quality is so luxurious with the prints.
It sure is.
And
now,
it's fun.
your rule of thumb is, you know, maybe you don't want to do animal print head to toe. Maybe you just want it as a little accessory.
Exactly.
Sort of like how I've done it. So I could have worn a head to toe animal print dress today, and I was like, too much.
Yes.
So we just went with the shoe.
That's the way we do the interior.
That's the way we do the interior. That's the way you do the interior, and it looks
Don't
good
go
every
crazy,
time.
everybody.
Don't go crazy. Thank you.